Hello and welcome to Studio Cafe 315. I'm Roseanne Perla, paper crafter for Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up. I am a demonstrator for Stampin' Up. That came out great. Totally flustered now. Okay. Today we are going to learn a technique. I'm making one card, but I will show you several other colors and combos and things that you can do. Use what you have in your stash. This is the card we're going to make today. Let's see here. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to put up a template for this. It says, life is so much sweeter with friends like you. I used Irresistibles, and I'm going to talk about the Irresistibles. I also pulled out my Delightful Wishes, and I used the 2 flowers die cuts, and I used Life is Sweeter from last June, Paper Pumpkin. It was in the third quarter of Paper Pumpkin die cuts. And the stamp set is from the June Paper Pumpkin, which was the peach one. But there is a die cut for every quarter. And this was the die cut set called Life is Sweet. Okay. So that's what I use for the thanks, the die cut. I love this Paper Pumpkin die cuts. If you are a subscriber, you can purchase extra kits if they have them. I think today is the day for those, and they did come out for the June Paper Pumpkin. I will be putting up the June Paper Pumpkin. I have not done the alternates yet. Okay. I cut out the flowers with the other die cuts from Delightful Wishes. And Wishing is going to be the card that I'm going to do today. But first I want to do the technique. And the technique is, here's the die cuts. Here's thanks. And I'm going to use wishing. Sorry, I keep saying wishes. Wishing. And I'm going to show you that too. So lots of techniques today. If you don't have a die cut machine, the mini die cut machine will cut out any of these die cuts as well as the flowers. So today you just need a mini machine for any of these. Even this one will cut out in the mini machine. Oh, this is Spotlight on Nature. The 12 dies. Okay, in all the different sizes. And there's a few different ones. This one has a little like fleur-de-lis. Okay, so this is Irresistible paper. Instead of heat embossing or embossing with a die cut machine, this lets you emboss and put a different color on there, and then whatever the pattern is, it pops up. They give you 6 sheets, 3 patterns, 2 of each sheet. They're not double-sided. They're more of a cardstock, and a thin cardstock, but a nice sturdy cardstock. And there's the florals. There are the leaves, which I'm going to do now. Grab a piece of paper. I promise you I'm not going to go beyond 7:30, so I hope you watch and make lots of comments. I can interact with you through the comments. I'll be looking at those comments. When I go to repost and edit, the comments don't come through. So, and thank you for watching. You can tell me where you're from if you'd like. So this one is the leaves. They're pretty cool. I am going to do the leaves in garden green. I'm going to use a larger brush. Okay. I'm going to fill my brush, wipe it off a little, and then gently go here. Wipe it off. And you're going to see these leaves pop up. The darker you go, the more they're going to pop up. So what you want to do is slide up from here. Okay, taking off the majority of it and then adding the ink. So you don't need any extra tools. You need ink. You need one of these brushes. I haven't tried markers yet and adding it with marker. I don't know what it would be like. I don't want to wreck this one. I would take a small corner. And you can keep adding and make it darker or lighter by not adding as much ink. So these are called Irresistibles. Sounds like a 80s or 90s movie, The Irresistibles. And I just thought this was so cool as I'm doing an embossing series. And a couple weeks ago I did the first video and I haven't done my second video yet, but I think I'm going to use this as an alternative that you don't need all of the equipment, and it only comes in these patterns. And I wanted to show you the different patterns. So you have the flowers and then you have these beautiful leaves, and they go either way. So you can go one way or another. You can cut these and make 3 pieces. You could do a bottom and then, you know, I have a DSP on the top of your card. You know, have a third and then 2/3. There's a lot of ideas to do that. And I will make a card with this one in the coming days. I have some envelopes here, so I want to separate these out. This is what I do. I put my pieces in envelopes so that I know I'm going to make a card with that. And while I have the green out, I'm going to do the little piece that I'm going to put inside. You'll see it when I do it for the card we're making today. So I wanted to show you the different patterns. Tell me, what do you think? Isn't this cool? Irresistibles. So I have never used Irresistibles before. I heard they're close to my heart. Had Irresistibles, and I know Stampin' Up, because I looked a couple years ago, had some 6x6 pieces of Irresistibles in different patterns, and that was pretty cool. So as I looked up these Irresistibles that I knew nothing about. Okay. And then I'm going to show you the next one. I'm going to make another floral, probably card, similar to the one I'm making with the leaves. This one I'm going to make a Get Well card with. And it's going to be masculine. So I'm just going to wipe this off a little bit on my chamois. Now, if I had brought up my glass, see how it comes off really nice? Just with a little water. And you can run this. I've run them underwater and cleaned them off. But that is my green one. That's the one I use for green. I'm doing petal pink. And now I want to do a blue. And I'm going to do either Misty Moonlight or Night of Navy. I'm going to do Night of Navy. Let me try. Misty Moonlight or Night of Navy. And today, on such a warm day, and with the air conditioning, see, even though that's stained, nothing will come off. So I just wanna try a teeny bit here. Yeah, I want Misty. Night of Navy is gonna be too dark for what I wanna do. Okay. I actually wanted to do a black one and do a sympathy, so I'll do a black one as well. I have another piece. Just to show you different colors. So this is going to be a plaid. So again, going like this. And swirls. And if I had, what I was saying was, if I had my glass mat, I could just leave the ink here and then just keep picking it up. But I didn't bring up my glass mat is right on the side here, but I didn't put it on my desk. Only because I don't want to leave it here for the entire time, and I have to take it off at the end and everything. So, but when you're doing this kind of inking, it'll get covered up anyways. It's a little too much. So you can do any ink you want. Well, this is water-based ink, but because that's what we have in our ink pads is water-based ink. I mean, any color, okay? And little imperfections, to me, they're imperfections, like these little things, but nobody notices. These are handmade. Nobody sees your imperfections, only you see them. So you gotta just go for it, okay? So that's gonna be a get well card. And again, while I'm here, I might as well. Oh, I did green. Shoot. Okay. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to clean this off. Because once it's wet with a different color, I mean, it's okay if it's a shade of blue, but it would be cool because you could mix and see what that would come out as. I should have closed my One second. Okay. I'm going to close this one because I'm not going to use that. I'm going to close this. I'm going to put this in an envelope. Okay. And I'm going to do a black one. So we have leaves, we have the checked pattern, and we have flowers. Those are the three patterns. They come in 12 by 12 sheets. Okay, and I cut, so I could do 3 4s, and I would have 2 5 1/4 pieces, and then I have a 1 1/2 inch piece, and I can cut that in 3/4, and I'm going to decorate the bottom with that piece. So that was that little piece. So technically you can make 2 4 6 card mats at 4 and 5 1/4 out of 1 sheet of paper. So 6 times 6, 36 cards, 36 card mats, and it's $10 for this DSP. I'm sorry my camera's not going the other way. Yeah, I could have a full view here. I feel bad. Okay. So this one I am going to do in the check. I think I would like the florals. I think I like the flowers better. I'm going to do a flower in the black. Okay, for a sympathy card. And it's actually leaves. I'm sorry. I could do the flowers as well, but I was thinking leaves. Okay. And I am going to do Memento ink. Because I don't have another black ink. I have 3 thumbs up. Let me know if you're watching. I know you like it. I can tell. Isn't that cool how the pattern comes through like that? I know that the middle is going to be covered up, so. One is a little bit darker. I hate the blotches, but it's okay. I did it. I have the sweet special is going till Sunday. No, Monday. Monday the 30th. Buy one sweet or anything in the sweet is also buy the second one for 50% off. So say you got 2 paper packets that are in the sweet. Those paper packets, one you would pay whatever. If it's on the last chance, you would pay that price, and then the other one you would get half off if it's whatever the lower price is. So if they're both $12.50, then you would get one for $6.25 and the other one for $12.50. Embellishments, anything that was within that suite, even though there's only a couple things left in the suite, you would get those half off. Okay, so there you have it. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you have the plaid, you have the floral, and you have the leaves. Okay, so let's quickly put together a different version of this card. Similar, but it's going to be a happy birthday. Wishes. Okay. I'm going to do it in petal pink. This is petal pink. That's the color I chose to use. This is petal pink. And I'm thinking the next one I want to do is in the crumb cake or basic beige, and a different color on top, and a different ribbon, and it's going to be really cool. I'm trying different colors every time. Okay, and here's some of my notes. Petal pink. I was thinking seafoam green. I was going to do a trio, and then I did not like that trio. Just laying them out, I saw that was not going to be for me, mixing the colors. So I'm sort of, and I use my color wheel. If you don't have one of these, they're well worth it, the Color Coach. I used my Color Coach, and I went here, and I stuck with the analogous colors. I was trying to do a triad, and then I tried to do complementary. Okay, so complementary are things that are across from each other. And as you know, so I stuck with the petal pink. Okay, and I can move it around like all the way to that spectrum to this spectrum. Okay, or I can move it this way and stick with analogous, Or I can say, oh, I'm going to do triadic. And this would be triadic. But as I move it, I can get some different colors in the triadic. Really cool. I know I'm going to go over now because I talk too much. Okay, and these are called Irresistibles. Irresistible DSP, $10, 6 sheets, 2 of each of the patterns. They are not two-sided DSP, they are one-sided DSP, and they are heavier than the regular paper. They are a cardstock, okay? So you can see that, and I don't know why I put that away. I need to do this. I don't like to rush when I craft, but I'm going to go a little faster. There we go. I don't want it really dark, so I'm trying to, that's why I tap off. These little brushes are gray, and these are my Stampin' Up! Ones I bought. My black ones, the big ones I have, I already had those from Close to My Heart, so I kept them. I am going to buy some more little ones, though. I only bought one set, and I'm doing all these different colors. I need one for that color scheme. I do not need, you know, I would only get 9 of them and use them for all of the various colors. Like I have one for greens, all the greens. And I do rinse them off. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. Okay. Let's put this on. Let's put this away. I have both pieces that I need. Putting this aside. And putting this over here. I am going to use my Stamp and Seal. I'm running low, so let's see where it takes me. I should make it. Otherwise, I'd have to run over to my drawer and get one. So I really don't want to do that. I can use my other tape. And I'm leaving 1/8 of an inch. This is 5 1/4 by 4. My card is a regular A2, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Okay. Just a regular cut cardstock. Okay. Oh, I want to put a little bit instead of cutting this out in petal pink, which I thought, yeah, I could have, I decided that I just wanted to lightly, and it gets darker on the edges, but I really wanted to bring in some color here. And I did a lot more color on the other one. Pretty. Okay. And this card is all white and petal pink. Okay, I'm going to use dimensionals on the back. And once I post this video tomorrow, I might post it tonight, we'll see, but probably tomorrow. You will be able to get the link for my Facebook and join my Facebook customer page. Go to my Instagram and see some of the things that I've been making. Now, I'm putting this, you know, a third up from the bottom. I'm not putting it all the way to the bottom. And sort of, the thing is, it comes right off with the dimensionals on the Irresistible paper. And then eventually it just sticks, okay? Thank goodness it does come off because I need to put this on. Let me show you. I'm going to put it across there, and then I'm going to add dimensionals right underneath on the sides. So that it still stands up in the area that I want it to. Okay. I'm sorry, my video, my phone is not cooperating today in the orientation of this. And then when I post it, it's going to be in this orientation because it won't go. You can't adjust it. Even if I download it, I can't adjust it. Okay, let's add this. I need to get software and change things up a bit on how I'm doing my lives. That's in the works for me mentally. That's in the works. Everything is complicated and it has a learning curve doing these, and I've come a long way, believe me, from a year ago. So okay, I want to stamp this teeny bit. Oh, I meant to do this with happy birthday. Okay, let's do the flowers. Let's do the wishing. I did this on a sticker sheet. These are 2 die cuts because you had to die cut each one of these. I did a white background and then because it's just easier for me to do that. And we have adhesive sheets, so when you die cut it, you would just put your cardstock on it, and then it becomes a sticker when you die cut it right through. I am going to add dimensional. I might have to add a small double. These are the minis. Yeah, that's going to work. I just don't want it sticking to the ribbon. Okay. I don't want to put my fingers on it too much because, and let me see how far off this is going to be. Okay, that one's right there. And yeah, I could put it on the G. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Here we go. This is so pretty. I love these muted colors. Okay. Wishing. I do a lot of brights. I'm I'm going to have to stamp on here. I can take it off. Just take it all off. Yep, that's fine. I'm going to put it on here so I don't lose the sticky. I'm going to get my stamping pad. Which will give me some. And actually, I am going to move this. And I'm going to put the flowers. No, I'm going to keep it here somewhere. Okay. I just have to figure out where I'm putting this. So that I can stamp the wishing you a happy birthday. Let me get this. It's a very new one. I haven't used this one yet, so. And I'm going to do it in Petal Pink. Stamping off on a piece of paper first. Okay. I'm a little bit off, but you know what? I can put a flower and make it all work. And I need one more mini dimensional underneath this H. And this is how it works when you're designing. You know, I'm doing a new design, so it takes a little bit of play. You get to play a little bit. We are designers, teachers. We are all of these things. Okay. And these are 2 pieces. I glued this one on. You had to match it up. So to save time, I did that. And I'm going to put this one under here. Okay. And I'm going to put this one over here. Look at that. Okay. And then the inside, wishing you a happy birthday. And before I glue anything down, I want to I'm going to use this again because I have it right here. So much to celebrate. Now, you cannot get this because it's from June 2024. You use any sentiments you would like. You use from your stash. Don't feel like, oh, I have to have that exact same one. You don't. I'm just trying to use from what I have. And there are lots of new things coming out next week on July 1st. I can't believe we're in July. I can't believe I'm saying July 1st. I don't know where June went. It went very fast. It's been a lot of fun. I can tell you that. And so we have a whole bunch of online exclusives. Okay, they are items that you're not going to find in the catalog. They come out with kits and various things every month. Okay, the mini catalog is coming out in September. If you place an order with me, I will get you the regular catalog that came out last month, the big annual catalog that's for the whole year, and I will get you on my list for the mini catalog, which will be sent to you probably around the end of August, closer to the mini. And by no means is it a mini. It's going to have all Christmas and fall and all kinds of great things in it. So the 30th is Monday. The entire month, place an order, and I will send you catalogs. And August, okay, we have August. September, it comes out September 2nd, okay? And the online exclusives, there are 2 suites, a few kits, couple kits, new kits, and a whole bunch of stuff, which I'm going to show you. A lot of Halloween stuff. I just got my order today, my box. So I'm going to show you. So much to celebrate. And I like to leave a little room for a nice note. I put the name up there. I put a date. That's what I write on my cards. Or at least a year. I don't put a date. Okay, back to Petal Pink. It's over here. Did you see my calendars? I gave these to my customers this year at the new year. They were all a little bit different, but they were in the Cafe Latte print, which is no longer available. It's gone. It was in the catalog for 2 years, I think, or a year and a half, I'm saying, because I don't know. I wasn't here, but I really love that. And I brought it out last week and used it with my card tutorial that's available on my blog. Okay, there we have it. So much to celebrate. And we're going to adhere that. And yes, I got a little thing there. I can add a little flower. Actually, I can add a butterfly. I have my butterflies I wanted to add to this. I don't need this. So that is for stamping. That is a great tool. And this little mat is for adhesive, so you don't get it on your tabletop. The rubber stamping piece, if you spend, I have some specials. Look online for my specials. On my Facebook page, I have them posted on each of my pages. Request to join my page. I probably will move that flower over a little bit. It's driving me crazy. It might drive you crazy as well. And then this little mat, I can't remember how much it is, but well worth it. As I said, for adhesive. Adhesive won't stick to it, so it's great. Just don't stamp on it. I stamped on it, and I made a sentiment little piece. When I turned it back over, it had these little dots of the little ink that was on there. So I don't stamp on it anymore, but that came out really cool. So then, because it was only on one part of the little round that I had, I had to put it back down to get the other side so that it would be even, and I made a good mistake because it ended up being cool, a cool effect for it. Okay, there you have it. Here's the 2 cards. Here's the one I made prior. And the only thing I would do with this one is I would double my cardstock for this. I would do 2 of those and just so that it's a little bit thicker. And like this is thick, but if you didn't do the adhesive backing, it becomes very hard to do. Let me see if I can, because I use tape, that's the difference with glue. The tape is more forgiving, and let me see if I can get it so that it's not covering the words, but on either side, just playing with a little bit. I'll get it. I'll get it where I like it. I might even trim it a teeny bit. No, that's okay. It's okay. There we go. Okay. There we have them. 2 beautiful cards. A happy birthday. Wishing you a happy birthday. So much to celebrate. And thanks. Now, you know that we have markers that coordinate. So we have petal pink water-based markers, just like the water-based ink pad, and then we have alcohol markers for coloring in. So all of our colors coordinate with our cardstock. Everything coordinates beautifully. Okay, there we have those, and I just want to show you a couple of things that I got. I bought 2 sweets. I bought this one, the Painterly Pears. I tried to avoid the fruit. Couldn't avoid the fruit. I love fruit. I have a kitchen wallpaper and theme of grapes and very pretty pears and everything. Different from this, of course. No flowers. And then I have the stamp set, which is this one, the polymer. And so cute. Look at the little marks. See, that's what it did on my piece from that rubber mat. So what you do is you take these off and you put them on there. The greetings are congratulations, hello, a good friend is a gift, thank you, and friend. These come out July 1st, next week, next Tuesday. Everything always comes out on the first Tuesday of the month. So let me show you the other things that are in this suite. There's dots or things, a ribbon. Look at this green shimmery ribbon. And the dots. And this was about $85 something, I think it was. But if you bought this one, whichever one was more expensive, then I got the other one for half price. So the one that was cheaper would be the half price. The one that was more expensive would be the other. And this is Spooky Halloween. Really cool. Like you can make a haunted house scene with this. Your cards, cutting those out and putting the fence on, and oh my God. And then there's a dies that go with this that are really cool. You know me, I'm all ready for this. And they have bags that go with this. So I will be putting together cards next week. You can put in your orders. Okay, there is also a Halloween dimensional house. And I'm going to do a class with that. And I'm probably going to add some of these things in it. And okay, here's the Perfectly Pears. That goes with that. And there's the ribbon. And this one. Now I'm going to go back and forth. Oh, here it is. Here are the Sparkly Summer Shimmer Stars foam. They're foam ones, so they stand up. Really cool. They are foam. And the ribbon is the gotta be here somewhere. There's a ribbon with this too, and I have it because it's part of the suite, and it is in Petunia Pop. It's Petunia Pop. It's Petunia Pop. Oh, it's right here. Petunia Pop, and it's a shimmery Petunia Pop. Really cool. And one more thing. Well, this is the Fright Night dies. Let's stick with one sweet. I didn't show you the pear dies. It will cut out those pears. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that too. These are my fun ones. I only buy things I like. I showed you the pear dies. Look at the spider webs. Look at these for cutting out sentiments, and I think there's paper in there. Boo, Eek, the spider with the spider webs, little tab for the top of there to make it a tag, and then a sentiment piece. Awesome. Okay, and this is all called Fright Night Dies, Petunia Pop, Spooky Sweet 12 by 12. The Fright Night, this is the dies that go with this. Fright Night is a separate one. Sorry. This is Fright Night, and that goes with this. So this is these cut out this. So this is Fright Night Trick or Treat. And there are bags that go with that. The Trick or Treat bags. They're iridescent with Petunia Pop in them. I can't wait to make bag treats with these. If you know me in the past years, I've always had, like the past 3 years, I made them with Stampin'UP. It's close to my heart stuff. And I made it with Stampin'UP set, last year's Halloween set. So there's that. And I just want to show you the pear dies that go with these and cut out the paper, I'm sure, or the stamps. I'm not sure yet because I haven't played with it, so I shouldn't tell you that. But either way. So these are all sneak peeks that you're getting. Get excited because it's coming out in a week. Here they are. Here's the pears, the leaves. I don't know about you, but I love the fruit and a little background for that, the sentiment piece. So that is that. And I bought the mini alphabet that I want to use for scrapbook pages. I have alphabet a la mode from the January, February sale. I don't know if it went to March, that sale, or it was just January, February. And these you cut all of them in one color, and then you have all the little pieces. And I would definitely do these on the adhesive sheets. You stick your paper on the adhesive sheet like I did with Wishes. And here's the adhesive sheets. They come in a package. They're not expensive. Okay. And so I would stick this entire die. I would lift off the paper, stick the cardstock on the sticky side, and then put these on top and die cut right on the cardstock. And then you have the back of the cardstock is the sticker. And these are great. Look at everything on there. I probably would do the alphabet. I usually don't do these, but if you do need them, these would be great. So that's something else to pick up. You can even use them on cards because they're small enough. And here's my spooky Halloween that goes with the Halloween paper. Here's the stamp set in the polymer. And that's so cute. That's going to look good on the gift bags too. The last thing I have to say is I have a tutorial with the sweet jars, the sweet jar set, and they came out and it's coming out on Tuesday. Part 2 will be a second set tutorial with the Jar of Joy. I will have the card set out for Christmas cards for July, at the end of July. So we will be using this set. So it goes with a punch, and you punch out the jar. And I have the whole set already, and it's on my webpage to purchase. You fill out the Google form. And I think the class is July 16th, I want to say. I'm not sure. I don't have my dates in front of me, but I have several classes going on. So I wanted to share that with you. This is my most popular class, is the jar set. There's a birthday card. It's a whole set I have right here in one of my, on my tray. And part 2, so you're going to get a lot of use out of that stamp set. It's not expensive for the bundle. You save 10% on any of the bundles. With the suite, you just get everything, and you still save 10%. The bundle is usually a punch. Excuse me, I'm bending down, going through my things here. Oh. So I have it. I have the set. I really cleaned up and put everything away. You can look for it online, so you can still get that set. I have it bundled as just a card kit, or you can buy the complete bundle, and there's lots of gifts and extras that will be in this card tutorial. It will be a Zoom class, and it's going to be really special. So I have the regular one, and then this is the Christmas set. And yes, we are already doing Christmas cards. I have one set coming out on Friday for the June card set, and the next one is July, and I'm going to do the Jar of Joy. I'm going to have 5 cards. 5 cards for the Christmas ones, 4 cards for the tutorial, or 3 cards for the tutorial. If you just buy the card set, and if you buy the whole thing, or spend $100, you get 5 cards. You get the extras. And there's lots of extras built into that tutorial. So I do lots of gifts and extra surprises and tons of techniques and things, as you saw today with all of the techniques that I did. So that's what's going on. There's lots of things. I have a newsletter that comes out weekly that just gives you, the updates of upcoming things that are happening and dates and reminders. It's just a one-page newsletter email. I don't mail them, so it's all through email. Sign up for that. Just send me your email. You can send me a private message on Facebook or do it on my blog. Put it in the comments and send me your email, and say you want to be on the newsletter. I don't have an automatic one yet. That's in the works as well. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. No comments, so I don't have any questions, right? Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yes, it's a good orientation. Very cool. Love how you can, hi, Carol. Yes, that too, for different shading. Yes, love how the pattern pops. Hi, Roseanne. Hi, Ann. Roseanne, I came on late. Is that page embossed? Okay, so it comes as a DSP. So it's totally embossed for you. It's called Irresistibles. And the Irresistibles are a 12 by 12 sheet. And you can do 6 card bases and then a little piece in the inside for each of those 6 cards. So you can do 36, there's 6 sheets, 36 card bases, 36 cards out of that, those sheets. And yes, so they come in a 12 by 12 sheet. One of them is plaid. I don't know if you're still on, Ann, or if you left. And this one is the leaves that I did in black, and I'm going to make a card with that. And then my 2 cards I did with the flowers. Here's the thanks card, and here is the birthday card, and this is the floral pattern. So it's 3 patterns, 12 by 12 sheets, so it makes embossing simple, okay? Really, really easy to do. I see there's leaves that go this way, and then there's leaves that go this way. So then I want to put it this way. So it's just a matter of maybe, I wouldn't do it sideways. I would do it this way or this way, because it can go either way. Again, and I'm going to do a few other cards that you're going to see, like, some different ideas of using not a whole sheet, using it in pieces. Okay. So there's an idea, some fun folds you can do with that as well. I'm thinking, that you can do with this. Lots of great ideas. So thanks for watching. I think I answered everything. I think Ann saw it. If not, I'll get back to Ann. Thanks, Carol. Thanks, everyone. Happy crafting.